when last we wandered these myriad plains.
Now, lad, who be you, and what trouble might you be in?
A few troubles.
Oh, now, well, I hope it wasn't nothing too serious now. But I'll leave that for yourself to say, if and when you feel like talking about it. Don't mean to press the point, no. That'll get you in more trouble around here than anything else.
And still, we journey on.
All right, fellows, thanks again to Candrian and Ebb Creeknees for the interesting conversation and lots of lore and information. Alias, this person. Hello.
I'm gone.
Hello? You see a trim, muscular man, dressed in clothing that is comparatively drab and mundane compared to most of the outfits you've seen in this city. He carries himself with an air of supercilious arrogance. He also looks dramatically out of place here. "What do you want?" he asks. "Who are you?" "I am Alias, warrior of renown. Surely you have heard of me?" No. Can it truly be? Can it truly be that none in this town have heard of me or my exploits? Alas, I shall have to prove myself all over again. And here I had thought my fame had spread across the world. What world are you from? I come from the city of Aliburn, on the river Time. Surely you have heard of its glories and wonders. No matter. This place is benighted and ignorant when it comes to the splendors of true cities. I am told that my land is what is called a prime by the denizens of this city, though a prime of what, I don't know. How did you get here? I was chasing my old foe, the villainous life shade Tir Taniel. He pauses, waiting for acknowledgement, and then continues. He conjured his demonic magic and opened himself a doorway and hurled himself through it. Before he could flee me entirely, I threw myself after him and found myself here. Okay, so this guy is out of plane, as it were. He's not left only his world, he's left his whole home plane, and he doesn't understand what's going on. Oh, I get it. You're one of the clueless. He bristles, reddening, and his hand clutches convulsively around the hilt of his sword. Clueless, is it? I take offense to your words, sirrah, and bid you farewell in the hopes that we should never cross paths again. He turns away from you, still flushed with pride and rage. I just wanted to ask you some questions. He sighs heavily and eyes you with disdain. Then be on with it, scarred one. Ask and be done. Let's find out what this interesting fellow thinks of the other patrons of this tavern. The only person I know here is Ebb there. I am new to this place, and I do not make it my business to meddle in the affairs of others. Did you have any further questions for me, or may I continue to enjoy my solitude? Well, actually, I had a few more questions. He sighs heavily and eyes you with disdain. Then be on with it, scarred one. Ask and be done. What can you tell me about this place? This is a tavern, one of the familiar sights of home. At least, it would be were it not for the fiendlings in the corner, and the endless strangeness that parades before my eyes. I find that at least there is some humanity in this place, for which I am grateful. You're a prime, aren't you? If you mean that I am from the true world by that, then yes, I am a prime. I am a warrior of some small renown there, and while I may not know all the loopholes of this new land, neither would I call myself clueless as some of the local varlets around here have done. No. All right, let's just call off the insults, shall we? Call it even? Not until you apologize, villain. He looks like he's just spoiling for a fight. Or shall I provoke you more? Very well, then. I apologize. Then, I suppose as a point of honor, I must accept your apology. Very well. In return, I offer my apology as well. Let us set the matter aside and speak no more of it. Very well. Could you answer some more questions for me? What knowledge do you seek? He's not going to know any of this, but let's see. His answers may be entertaining. I'm looking for a journal. I am afraid that I have not been searching for such items. I am doing my best to reorient myself to this unfamiliar setting, and while I focus on small details in my attempt to do so, I must confess I have not been looking for journals of any sort. All right, then. What about Farad? Do you know of him? Farad? Collectors? These are names and terms unfamiliar to me, but if I should hear them mentioned in any other context, I shall certainly remember your face. Indeed, I could not forget it. Thanks. Farewell. I think that whole, couldn't forget my face thing is a slight on our appearance. I am heartily offended. But no matter. Who else have we to engage in conversation with? We can try to talk to the Mercy Killers, or to the Fiends over here. I think before I try to talk to either one of them, I want to do a save, so there we go. I also seem to have a dog going crazy somewhere outside here. Not my dog, but a dog. If that comes through on the recording, I do apologize. It's getting here lately to where I can't find an opportune time to record what there is an outside noise going on. But still. An armored behemoth. This man is huge. He also seems to have a very keen eye. It misses nothing that transpires around him. It also seems that he has no interest in speaking to you. Hello. The man stares at you as if you were some sort of bug. He stares at you, blinking slowly. He turns his head, then, dismissing you, without speaking a word. Hello. You hear a subterranean rumble beginning deep in the man's chest. He lightly strokes his weapon and stares at you with renewed interest. If that's the way you want to be, farewell. Okay, so the Mercy Killers are kind of a no-go. What about the Fiends? Athelgren, I think is maybe how that's pronounced. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. You see a scaled fiend who looks very similar to the one standing next to him. In addition to the pierced left ears, both are black-hued and reptilian, with bat wings tucked against themselves. This one is missing a tooth on its right side. Ah, Tegrin, it says. Our old friend has returned to pay us a visit. So he has, Athelgren. So he has. Yet his eyes do not gleam as once they did. What do you suppose brings him back to us? What does bring you back to us, friend? Okay, you two knowing me is something I don't like, but since that is the case, who are you? Athelgrin, time has robbed our companion's memory. You honestly do not recall, do you? Truly, I am aggrieved. But, as am I, Tevaron. Truly aggrieved, yet I rest easy. It has, after all, been many hundreds of years, and we know how the minds of mortals tend to dissipate with age. Ah, well spoken, old friend. We are a pair of Abishai, on leave from our current assignments in Bator. I am Tevaron, the thrice-damned, so named for my ability to find the best in every situation. This is Athelgrin, who has earned himself no special name, though not for lack of trying. Lack of trying? What do you mean? Athelgrin ignores you as it responds to its companion. And once again, Tevaron, you have cut straight to the truth of the matter, though perhaps it is best not to have earned the sort of notice one bearing the name thrice damned must surely have incurred.
I had some other questions.
In its turn, Tevaron ignores you as it replies to its comrade. Once again, I maintain that any notice is better than no notice at all. The Abishai turns back to you. Old friend, does this answer your question as to our identities?
I suppose it will have to. I had some other questions.
Some questions? Perhaps we have answers. We are certainly eager to aid you, old friend.
All this, old friend, buddy pal is, yeah, it's striking the wrong chord in me and making me nervous. What are you doing?
What are we doing? Why, is it not perfectly clear, old friend? We are here on leave from our beloved assignment, taking for ourselves some much-needed rest, and perhaps inducing some additional recruitment for our glorious cause. Our superiors fully support our presence here, to be sure. In a more immediate sense, we are taking our entertainment in this delightful establishment. And, of course, we are celebrating the return of our old friend. However, the stench of the breezes, which occasionally waft the scent of goodness in the door, debases us somewhat, leaving us physically, mentally, and spiritually weaker. Fortunately, the air of this ward of the city carries a delicious tang of pain and supplication. Wouldn't you agree? Again, the fiend smiles broadly at you.
Yeah, all of that. I had some other questions.
Some questions? Perhaps we have answers.
Tell me about fiends.
As we see it, there are two kinds of fiends. Those who are correct and those who are not. Our side, that of the Batsu, is correct. The other side, that of the cursed, hated, chaotic Tanari, is incorrect and must be exterminated. We hold the Tanari directly responsible for the blood war. Were it not for them, we could have settled the lower plains in peace, and wouldn't have all the bother of fighting this wretched war, nor would the unfortunate spillovers into the other planes be such a cause for concern among the namby-pamby do-gooders. The Tanari are directly to blame for the multiverse's sad state of affairs. That's not really what I was asking. I wanted to know what differentiates you from them. The fiend pauses a moment and then brightens. Ah, yes. You see, we represent law and order. Those who break the law must be punished. If we have no law, we have only anarchy. And surely you can see what anarchy has done for the abyss. It has spawned horrors beyond imagining. Any excesses the Batsu state may have indulged in are simply to counter the rising tide of chaos represented by the Tanari. We mean no harm to anyone. We just prefer to understand where the boundaries are. I see. I think that you're probably twisting this to make yourselves appear, less evil. Or some such. I see. I had some other questions. Do you know a collector named Farad? Farad? I have heard the name. Is he not a sage of some sort? A necromancer? Or is he a diviner of rubbish? I have heard of him, friend, but have not had the pleasure of his company. Perhaps one of the other, patrons can help you. Perhaps. I had some other questions. How about a journal? I'm looking for that as well. I keep no journals, friend, and I counsel that you should not either. Ask my dear comrade Tevaron why, and you shall receive enlightenment. Very well, Tevaron. Why should I not keep a journal? Because, friend, it is easy to make the mistake of committing a true word to posterity, and easier still for someone you once trusted. And here he shoots a glance full of venom at Athelgren. To find that word and use it against you. Indeed, it can even lead to actions tantamount to desertion. Leaving or losing a journal can cost you your very existence. I don't know what they're talking about with true words and it costing you your existence, but I'm thinking there really is something to that, so try to keep it in mind. I see. I had some other questions. I guess we'll ask what they think of the hive here. Oh, they're going to answer about the bar. This is the Smoldering Corpse Tavern, one of the more entertaining taverns your kind has seen fit to erect in this city. The poetic justice of the burning fellow at the front of the establishment is really quite a fine touch. Was there something else you wish to ask? No. Farewell. And thank you for not making this conversation to my regret. All right. What else have we got going on in here? I think that may be finally all. Oh, no, it's not. There is a door over here that I had not even seen. Hello? This once functional door is now nailed shut and barred on the inside to protect against thieves. Oh, well, that is rather neat. So we can claim our prize from Barkus, right? Back again. What now? Well, you won't be having trouble with Mokai again. Sweet experience. Then, friend, you have full bar privileges for free. Anything you want, anytime. That must have been a pretty big tab she ran up. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink now? Set me up. You want a drink? You got a drink. This is what we got for you. Beer, bitters, mead, elemental water, Aborian fire wine and fire seeds, cursed hearth wine, Batorian whiskey. What'll it be? Wow, those are a lot of choices. Let's just go for beer. You quaff the wink drink. The flavor isn't exactly bold, but it's filling. and it's alcoholic. It doesn't seem to do anything else for you.
What'll it be, Cutter?
Well, let's try these drinks. Maybe we can have some fun getting wasted. Let's go for bitters, or maybe they have some effect. Okay. You quaff the weak drink. Okay, same thing again. Give me another drink. Actually, I think I may want to quick save here. One or two of these drinks may actually be detrimental to us, and I don't want to have that be something permanent. Let's go with mead. Again, it's weak. Another. Water? He moves back to a keg on the wall and turns the spigot. The clearest water you have ever seen pours from the nozzle into a glass he holds underneath it. He sets it down in front of you, and you take a deep draught. It is the purest thing you have ever tasted. A coldness inherent to the water itself, a feeling of air that passes over your tongue and into your stomach, where its coolness calms even the raging of your passions for a moment.
From the heart of the elemental plane of water, says the barkeep. Any other water you ever drink is going to taste dirty by comparison.
That was great. Give me another drink. What about fire wine? What will that do for us? He passes you a glass of deepest red wine and a handful of brightly colored seeds.
Stick the seeds in your mouth, he advises, and take a swig of the wine. Don't be surprised when the seeds catch fire. They won't do you any harm. It's a taste like no other.
He's right. When you pop a seed into your mouth, it mingles with your saliva and bursts into a tiny flame. You quench it with a swallow of fire wine, and the taste is indescribable.
Barkus smiles. You want another?
Keep 'em coming. What about heart wine? That sounds interesting. He passes you a glass of Kirst's famous heart wine. The bouquet is breathtaking, and the wine itself is full-bodied and fruity. The aftertaste leaves nothing to be desired.
Made from real razor vine, that is. Wish I knew the secret, says the barkeeper. You want another?
I certainly do. What about whiskey? He places a shot of some steaming substance that looks like boiling urine in front of you. The fumes that waft your way, however, are exquisitely tempting. The taste, though nearly unbearably hot, is as smoky as the scent. Ooh, sounds like scotch. And the feel of liquor burning its way to your gut is nearly painful. Yet, even this pain is sweet. The barkeep's eyes widen.
Still standing. Most folks can't even make it halfway through the first shot.
I feel fine. I didn't even feel anything. The barkeep considers you carefully, resting his chin on his hand.
You know, Cutter, there's some as have a natural immunity to poisons and such. Some folks call it bubba poison. If that's the case, chances are good you got yourself a handy little defense against poisoners.
Well, how about that? Give me another drink anyway. How about the thirst-quenching effects of information?
Hurry it up, will ya? I got paying customers.
Okay, so it's just the same old questions again. Forget it. Farewell.